Hey, all my machine tool folks, how you doing today? Long time no see. Hopefully you're all doing well, staying healthy, staying inside, staying away from the coronavirus, but also hopefully at least getting out in your yards and getting some fresh air too from time to time. Pretty crazy what's all been going on here, but I wanted to take a little bit different approach this week with our digital learning at home and start out the week with a little video here, kind of outlining all the things that you should have done by now, as well as what's coming up for this next week, the week of April 6th. So, a couple of things. Number one, over the course of the past couple of weeks, hopefully you figured out by now that I've been posting everything in It's Learning. Using the planner, which is attached to that calendar in It's Learning, just like we would when we're in school, when we're in class. To try to keep some consistency and normalcy. So you always know where to look for what you need to be doing for machine tool class. Trying to keep the assignments small, short, and sweet. I know you have a lot on your plate and a lot to decipher through. And we're all very busy. But just look at the calendar in It's Learning for your daily activities for machine tool. Typically, as you know, machine tool would only meet 4 days a week. And I'm keeping that the same, just like it would be on your schedule. So the 4 days a week that we would normally meet, you would look for content from me. And for machine tool, that's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday, with nothing on Wednesdays. This particular week, we do not have school Friday. So it's only a 4-day week. So you're only going to see 3 days worth of content, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday this week. If you miss a day on It's Learning, and you don't know what you missed from the previous day, you can always go back on the calendar and look in there and click on those things on the calendar page. We also are starting a Google spreadsheet with all of your courses on it, not just mine. And all of your teachers will be putting their daily assignments on that spreadsheet. So you could always look to that spreadsheet too to see what was going on each day, including the previous days in case you missed a day. So the last couple weeks, your job in this class on It's Learning was to finish up all the videos that Joe Bonke made at NTC in regards to the lathe, as well as go through the PowerPoints that cover the lathe. At the end of all of that, there were 2 quizzes on It's Learning, manual lathe A and B. And those were your 2 quizzes that you needed to take and pass with a 100%, just like we would do in school. And then the last activity was a video that I had you watch in Edpuzzle. If you're wondering what I'm talking about and you missed out on all that, you should have received an invitation to join Edpuzzle. It's an assignment in It's Learning where you need to go and basically just click on a link. Click on that link in It's Learning to join Edpuzzle. If you're wondering where to find that link in It's Learning, I have created a folder in the resources there called Edpuzzle. So you literally just go in the Edpuzzle folder and you'll see an assignment in there called Invitation to Join Edpuzzle. You'll click on that link, it'll take you where you need to go, and you'll be a part of the machine tool class in Edpuzzle. In there's a bunch of videos that have questions embedded right into them. Last Friday, 3 days ago, there was a CNC versus manual machining video with some questions that went along with it that you were to answer on Friday. The other thing you can do to make sure you're keeping up with everything is check the campus portal, Infinite Campus. So for example, you will see since we last met, there's the CNC versus manual machining video worth 8 points. Those are the questions that go with the video. There's manual lathe A and manual lathe B, those 2 quizzes that went with the lathe content from NTC. So those are the only 3 things so far that should be in the gradebook since we last were all together. I'm looking at the grade book right now, and it's looking like maybe 40% of you have done all of those. Many of you are missing at least one, if not all three. So you're going to want to go back and clean some of those items up for sure before you start trucking forward with all the things to come. So for this week, again, you can either go to It's Learning and look on the calendar or planner there, or go to that Google spreadsheet to see what the activities are for the 3 days we're basically holding class this week. And in It's Learning, you will see there are three small things that I'm asking you to do for this week. On Monday, I'm asking that you watch a Modern Marvels video called Machine Tools and answer the questions that go along with that one. And I apologize, you're going to get a little bit Ed puzzled this week, but we are going to change it up next week, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. Then on Tuesday, you're watching lathe cutting tools and doing the questions that go along with that one. And on Thursday, you're doing milling machine cutting tools. So you're learning about different types of cutting tools, carbide, tool steel, and all of that kind of stuff. So 3 different videos, 3 days, questions that go with each one that you will do on Ed Puzzle and will go into your grade book. The week after we come back from Easter, I'm going to be assigning a little bit larger, more comprehensive type of project that you'll have the whole week to work on. So it's not going to be so much daily assignments or videos or quizzes, but it's going to be an assignment that I'll introduce to you on Monday that you're going to then have the whole week to work on. So it'll be a little bit of a bigger project, but it's certainly not going to be huge. Not going to take a ton of time, but just a little more comprehensive type of project that you'll work on for the week. So again, to review, make sure you got everything caught up from previous. If you don't know what that all is, again, look on the calendar in It's Learning or look at the campus portal in Infinite Campus. And then just keep following the planner, aka calendar, in It's Learning for each day that machine tool would meet, and you'll be good to go. And I get it. If you miss a day, if you're busy, if you got a lot going on, I totally get it. If you miss a deadline or a date and you get it in late, there's not going to be any penalties for that or anything like that. Just do your best, try to keep up, but I understand totally if you fall behind a little bit here or there with everything you got going on right now. Check your emails regularly. So like this video, for example, I'll be sharing it via email with you and your parents. Check again that Google spreadsheet and keep checking It's Learning daily. And as far as contacting me, please feel free to shoot me an email at any time, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And I think that pretty much covers it. If you have any questions, again, shoot me an email. We will go from there. Thanks for listening, and have a great week. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.